Right, today I was going to paint. My brushes. Bristles are a bit stiff on my brush. Let me get some water in it, that's better. This is goatee in this brush. Right, today I was going to paint something called a picture. I've been looking at some of the old artists and it's making me feel a lot of responsibility to get this sort of stuff right so it looks good, because them old artists, the stuff's really good. I've been looking at this one by this it's called the Mona Lisa. It's painted by someone called Leonardo DiCaprio. Ever so good, and it's making me feel a lot of responsibility to paint good stuff. Tell you what, I'm going to put this sideways. I know you can't quite see what I'm doing, but I want my paint to drip sideways so at least you can see my arm. No, but look, you can see what I'm doing. I've got that sideways, look, so my paint's dripping sideways and it is helping. That's good. Right, I need some really dark black colour now, almost a black. I've got Payne's grey, tiny hint of blue in it. That's not bad at all. I think there's a bit of purple in there and all. Just a little bit. I put a few bit. I'm gonna put a bit more water in with it, so might drip a bit more. That's nice in it. Just let that do what it wants now, I think. Yeah, I'll wash my brush out. That's it, that was nice. And then I think I'll just soften it off up there. That's nice, another there. I think that's pretty good. I might soften it out here as well, just about there. Just drip that water off the edge there. That's nice. Oh, that's a nice sky. I do like that. Let me just get these drips here. I like to call them doofuses. My stepbrother Doofus, he's a drip. So I like to call my drips my doofuses. Get these doofuses. Yeah, that's my doofuses. Right, I'm going to give that a try in that position. I'm starting to find that. I should have done that with my camera so you can see. Look, that's what I've done. I'm going to try it. I'm starting to find that painting it sideways works pretty good. Oh, my cable not long enough. Come here. Right, and dry it gently. In fact, that top bit, I need to stay wet. Right now, I'm going to dry it and then I'm going to re-wet it. It'll be better for me. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's right nice. What I'm now to do, because I'm going to re-wet it, I've got. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Just pull that back. Because I really like that. Because I'm going to re-wet, I've got to make sure it's absolutely bone dry. I need a wet bit here, so there's a soft bit of background. That'll do. I've just got to make sure it's bone dry. Right, need some coffee. Right. I've got to mix a sort of dirty pale green colour for up here now then. So that coffee's nice. Right, I'm going to have a go at that, just mixing that colour. So I might even use, I've got a load of mud. I've got a load of mud in my palette, and I know this particular bit where I've got all this mud has got some Chinese white in it. So it's giving me a really pale sort of grey colour at the minute. That's nice, really nice. So I might just whack that in and then add some green into it as I go. I think I'll do that. Right, so I'm going to need to get some really clean water and then sort of, I think it's mainly over this bit here. If I just sort of drift it in there, that should do it, just like that. That should be sound. And then I'll come up here, sort of about, let's say about there, and just drip that colour in. That's it, into there. Comes up there. That's nice. That's it, and then back down and into there. That's nice. Oh, very nice. And then I'll be able to, I can come straight through this actually. I can come straight through here because this colour below there is going to be stronger, so it's not going to matter. So I can come straight through everything. Don't want any strong lines like that bit there. It's a bit too late because I've got one. So I should have worked a bit quicker there. Right, let's just take that right through. It's not going to rot now. To take that colour right through. That'll be alright. Right, now then. Let's have a look. Let's bleed in some slight greens. So I'll mix a bit of green up. A bit of green. Yellow and blue gives you a nice green, and then mix some of that mucky colour in with it. There, that's nice. That's a nice dull green because I mix that mucky colour in with it. It's nice and dull. So I'll blob that in there like that. Look, it can blob down into the rest of that water. It's not going to rot now. And then that back up into here and just. There and there can be a bit stronger, and that top bit can just fade away, something like that. Right, let's get this same colour, fade my way up into here. Look, this bit of paper's dry, so I've got a nice hard edge there. That's what I want, nice hard edge on this bit, but again I don't want no lines, so I'm going to get some soft wet paint into there so I don't get no hard lines. It's quite dark up there. Right up there, there's a dark bit on top of that peak. I'll pop in a minute. Right, get some more brighter greens for in here, slightly brighter. Yellow and blue for a nice bright green. Into there. Like that. There's quite a lot of yellow in this bottom bit coming up from this wall. Quite a bit of yellow in there. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, a bit of yellow in there. Yeah, and down here, across here, a bit of yellow. There. That's it. The yellow in there. And then more of a creamy colour. So I'll go back into this creamy colour what I've got. It's pretty faint, but then this hill is miles away. So faint is going to look good. That's it. Right, you know what? I might. Let's put a bit of dark on top of this hill, and then I think I'm going to have a little dry, and then probably build up a bit more, I think. So I'll get a bit of that on there, a bit of water to let that drip down, got a bit of this creamy colour to let that drip down. That's nice. It's a bit more white. It's blending in pretty nice. It's pretty good. Right. That's it. Right, I'm going to dab some stuff out here where my wall is, and some there. That's it. I think even here, this bit will build up. Got a little dab there. Right, I'm going to do a bit of drying. sand. Right, now let me wash this brush. Just looking in this background bit, there's a nice bit of an hill there, so I think I'll put that in. That's that greyish colour that I used over there. I can put that in with that. I think that'll suit it. And I'll just come to that edge there and not go through that. That's it. And I'll dab slightly at bottom. Mist it a little bit. Always get a bit of mist when you do that. Looks a bit misty. There. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, ah. There we are. We drove for miles yesterday. Me, my stepbrother Doofus, his girlfriend Donna Kebab and Esmeralda, usual gang, travelled for miles to the amusement park, and then gets to a sign, the amusement park left. So we were so disappointed that it had left. So we just turned around and come back. Couldn't believe that it had left. So we come round and come back, and then I was so disappointed. To cheer me up, Doofus made me one of them toasted sandwiches. I'll tell you what, I burnt me gob. That stuff, hottest substance known to man, I'm telling you. It's the hottest substance ever been known to a human man. I'm just mixing colours now. Look, I've got mixing my colours on my paper really. So I've gone in from that. There's a lot of yellows right in this bottom bit, and then I'm doing that negative painting where I'm doing there. If you can see it, look, that is me top of my wall. Right, so here I'm gradually fading out my colours because this fades away. Right, there's a lot of yellow in this bottom bit here as well, so get that in. I'll have a lot of yellow in there. So I'll whap that in up to there, and then there's some more green back into this slightly darker green colour. That's nice. Working fast so we don't get any hard edges. Let's get this softening brush. Come in here with this one, because this here, don't want a line there. This is going to go softer as it goes up there. That's it. Nice. Like that. Because I've wet that now, this bit here, what I'm doing, will diffuse and look nice. That's it. There. What's that? Slightly darker green. See a bit of water, not like too hard an edge. So you can get a bit of water into there. That's that creamy colour in there. That looks nice. And then that slight dark colour on the peak. I think a bit more yellow in that bottom bit. I think that'll about do me. There. That'll do me. So that's me. Distant hills and that. There's quite a bit of black in there. A little bit of black in there. Let's melt it in. Let's do that. So I'll wet my brush. Just wet all this here. I think this bit did need strengthening up a bit so you could see where that misty cloud went. And there's quite a bit of this black colour in there. Like that. So it gives me a slightly harder edge there. What helps with that misty colour on the other bit. I still haven't quite got enough paint on my brush. That's better. That's better. There. I'm going to dry my brush in a minute. Go dry and just take out that bit there. Don't really want it dripping into there. So that's okay. Look, just do that. There we are. Soften that in because it's quite. In fact, let's get some more of this creamy colour. Soften that in with. It's quite a bit of that, and I've nearly run out of that. Could mix some more, but I think I've just about got enough to get away with that. There, that looks pretty nice to me, I think. That's it, into there like that. Soften that in with a bit more water. That slight stronger bit there where that hill's in. I might dry that and even strengthen that up a tiny bit. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get this brush again, just a bit of water on it, and just blend through like that. So when it hits it, it'll be sound. It'll soften in. Right, now I want some green, which is yellow and blue. Bit of Pontumbrian, I think, to dull it slightly, so it don't look an unnatural green. And just pop in a tiny bit stronger up there, like that. And then that'll hit that water what I put in a minute ago. Just soften out like that. I've just put water on my brush there. Soften out. Yeah, got back from the amusement park. Doofus made me one of them toasty sandwiches, and I'll tell you honestly, they've got to be the hottest substance known to mankind. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Tongue, bonted me tongue. That's too. I'm just thinking, right, I want quite a dry paint, but I also want pale colour, I think. Right, let me dry my brush. I need a dry paint and I need a pale colour. So dry my brush dead dry to get a dry paint. Right, so that is that dry paint. That's not bad. Right. Gone into that greyish colour what I used for that bit there, but I'm going to darken it a bit with some Payne's grey, and I think that's lightened with a bit of that Chinese white. It's gone a sort of bluey grey colour, what's actually perfect. That's what I want. So if I come in now, I think I'm going to use this one for my wall. So if I come in now, I shall start this side. Come in now and get on here, look. Now, the majority of this is scraped out. It's mostly white, so I'm going to scrape the majority of it out. Oh no. Darn! Didn't want that to happen. It's dry. For some reason it's instantly dried. Right, so I have to re-wet it. Hope it scrapes. That's it, it's scraping again now. That's it, I want it mainly white. I don't know why that's dried instantly. I don't normally dry instantly like that. There. That better. I'll try this one. This one better. I think I'm damaging my paper to get in there. At least it's doing something. Right, that were a disaster. I don't know what happened there. It just dried instantly and I can't get a scratch on it. It's not scratching out. Let's try the back end of this one. Right, just hope that. I don't know whether. Shall I wet my brush again? Get my brush a bit wet. See if that makes a difference. It shouldn't do. Normally need a dry brush for this. There, it's a bit wetter brush there. It's gone in. Take it back out. Still not working very good, is it? This works. This technique does work miles better on proper watercolour paper. I'm going to do like that, look, and just not put much in, and then wet it, and then scrape as well. Well, that'll have to do. That's that. That's best as I can do with that. Dab it, dry it. I'll come in with some highlights on that, with some designer's white gouache, that'll sort it. Sometimes stuff just goes wrong and you just have to walk with it. That's all you can do, is just walk with it. Right, now then, let's get now some foreground in. I think what I'll do, I'll just go with what's on my brush. So I'll leave that colour on my brush, mix some more blue in, some more yellow in, get a nice green colour. Stick some greens in. I'll use that for some green. I'll squeeze that out. I'm going to mix a green colour, cream colour. I want a creamy colour for my bath. So I think what I'll do first is wet all that, because I want it to diffuse, and get a nice creamy colour in. Any creamy colour, if you mix up a bit of yellow and red, it'll give you a creamy colour. And then you can just blend it out like that, look. So you get a nice diffusion. Nice diffusion of colour, look at that, that's nice, isn't it? Because that'll mix with some yellow. Like that. That and yellow is always going to look good. Some green. The green in there. The green up against there, look. More yellow. More green. More or less mixing my colour on palette, though. More green. Mixing my colour on palette. See what I mean? How nice is that? And then I'll just gradually get thicker. In fact, you know what? I'm going to dry that and then go thicker on top of that. Best way to do it. It's not even bone dry. Right, so I'm just going to go thicker paint on top of that now. And that seems to be a good way of doing it. So I'll get some more of this stuff here. Get some more of that in. Just bits. We'll have some bits of that in there. Yeah, that. Some more yellow. And I want to sort of, if I can, leave some little gaps for that underpainting there, and some more of that dark green as well. And some more yellow right up to this edge. Plenty of yellow. That's it. Plenty of yellow in there. Yeah. Like that. Then let's get let's get this soft little brush here. Just a little brush just for this little bit. Just for a little bit, and just do a bit of softening in there. That's it. Soften some of that creamy coloured back. Oh, that looks nice. There. I think one more dry. Sort of done a little bodge up here, because what I wanted in here, see if I got a small brush, that one will do it, small stiff brush. I wanted a little thing there what you walk through, and I forgot to put it in. One of them little things that you step over. So stick that in there. Yeah, that'll do. It's a nice colour. So there's a big bit there like that, and then a little bit there, and then let's get some white paint. I want it a bit lighter than that. A bit of white. bit of a... So make that a bit lighter, or a bit of a thing there. What's a bit of wood thing? What you step over? That's a bit of a, something like that. Just see, does that stand out a bit much? It does. So I'll give that. I think that stands out a bit much. So I'm going to give that a little dab like that, and then like that. And then if it still stands out too much, still not a problem. Come in. And just go over it like that. That's a little fence post there. Little fence post there. Another dab. And one more dab. I think I'll soften it down that side like that. So one more dab and we're done. That's nice. So that's my little tiny fence. What's in that? It's a little thing what you climb over them. Right, so that's that. Now, I think what I'll do now, in fact, I've got an even smaller brush, a really small detail brush. I'm going to use that. Oh, that one's tiny. Look at that. I'm going to use that, pop in some tiny details. Just with this, look at that. Some little. Now, you don't need much of this. That's just. These are the rocks and stuff. What's on here? Look. Don't need much. Don't need much of this at all. Little tiny bit. Little bit like there's bits of dark here, so put some little bits in there. You just need little bits, and your eye will trick your head. Sometimes your eyes can trick your head. Your eyes will trick your head into thinking that there's more detail in this thing. Your eyes will look and think, oh, look at all that detail, but really it's not even there. But your head ain't got a clue, do you know what I mean? So your eyes can trick your head. That's like scientific, even scientists know that your eyes can trick your head. So it's not just me talking gobbledygook, trust me. Your eyes, you see things fast. What do you see things with first? Your eyes, innit? Then your head processes what your eyes have seen. Do you know what I mean? So your eyes sort of talk to your head. Like sometimes if you're watching telly and like an horror film and someone gets splattered, your eyes might shut and your head is like saying to your eyes what you shut for, but your eyes are saying, trust me, you didn't want to see that, because your eyes already knows your head's not going to be impressed. And that's what's happening here. Your eyes is seeing this and it's going, you don't want to see no more. It's detail there, but really no detail there. Right, got a bit now. This is what I tried to scratch out, and I did manage to scratch bits out, and I actually got not a bad look. But I'm going to use some designer's white gouache now and just pop in some tiny little highlights in places. Mainly probably up top here. I'll tell you what, there's some nice bits there. And there. A few bits in there like that. Look. There. And again, I think probably enough. I might have to go over some of these because they tend to fade back a lot. Let's say, what's way of my light coming in? How long now my light coming in this way? That's it. There, something like that. That'll do. Might pop some more bits in a bit when that dries. Right. Now then, let's get some bright, really bright colours now. So, Let's see in it here, a nice bit of bright yellow there. Well, a nice bit of bright yellow there, I say a nice bit of bright yellow there. A nice bit of bright yellow there and all. Very nice. Then we'll have some nice dark but bright greens. That's nice. Oh, something like that. We'll have some of them in there. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think as we go further back, we'll just soften some of the something like that as we're getting further and further back. They soften it. Right. That's that. Some more bright yellows. They're softening back a bit. Less detail as I work out, I think, as well. Right, there's a really nice sort of bright purplish colour, so I'm going to get some of that in. So I'll mix that colour up. So I think I'm going to do a bit of Chinese white mixed with a bit of red and a bit of blue to give me a nice purple. That's nice. Right, so some nice purple plants in there. A couple there, couple there, couple in there. That's just a few bits of this purple colour in there. One little tots around there. That's it. Looks nice. Right, I think. I'll tell you what I could do. What I meant to do it earlier. Let's get a bit of this dark colour here and just put in a few splats on that path look. A few for, oh no, I didn't want them up there. When you do your own, don't put them in your distant hills. You don't want splats there. Maybe I can soften them out with this. Let's have a go. What a prat. So I'll put some splats in there where I didn't want, soften them out. There we are, but I have got some in there where I didn't want them. I'll do that. There you are. I can't even see them, look. No wrong with that. Right, so that's that, some little splats. Might soften in some of this from the bottom. Soft, a nice soft bottom. Everyone likes a nice soft bottom, don't they? Yeah. Esmeralda's got a nice soft bottom. There we are. Sand. There, look at that. Just like Esmeralda's soft bottom. Yeah, look at that. That's nice, isn't it? Right, I think, you know what, I might not even put a little chap in it. Well, shall I? I could put a little chap there just about to go through the gate. Shall I? Shan't I? Tell you what, I have gone on quite a bit. Put some bods in for definite. Right, so it's like Peter and Paul up here. Peter. Is that Paul more like that? That's Paul. Peter and Paul. Give them a dab. Looked a bit close. Give them a little dab. Right. I need a dry bit of paper. I think that's dry there. Put a BD in. BD. BD. Birthday day. There. Yeah, probably. I'm running out of time. I've gone way over time. You could put a little man in there if you wanted to. You know what? I might do another video on this. Put a little man in there and some little sheeps dotted about as well. That'll make it look dead nice. I'll probably do another video. Right. But I've gone 44 minutes, and that's a basic idea of a nice little scene there, isn't it? So there we are. Sit down, beach. Eat it.